My name is Lily. When I opened my eyes again, the familiar carved ceiling and luxurious bedroom decor came into view, but my heart felt heavy. In my past life, I had been spoiled by my family's love, acted recklessly, and ended up causing our family's ruin and my own miserable end. Those painful memories came flooding back, each scene like a sharp blade stabbing my heart. But heaven had given me a second chance. This time, I was determined to change everything. I quickly got up, looked at my slightly youthful but determined face in the mirror, and swore to myself, those who hurt me and my family will pay. As for me, I will cherish my family's love, and make the most of the good things I have. I walked out of my room, and heard the servants whispering downstairs, "Why has Miss been so quiet lately? She wasn't like this before." I ignored them and went straight to the dining room. My 3 older brothers, Alex, Ben, and Chris, were sitting at the table. They looked surprised to see me. "Lily, you're up so early today." Alex was the first to speak, his eyes full of concern. Looking at his mature and steady face, I felt a wave of warmth. "Yes, Alex. There's something I want to talk to you all about." "What is it, Lily?" Ben looked at me gently, his observant eyes seeming to see right through me. I took a deep breath. "I want to start over. I know I was very immature in the past, but I won't be like that anymore." Chris immediately stood up and thumped his chest. "That's great, Lily. If anyone dares to bully you again, I'll make them sorry." Seeing how much they cared, my eyes grew moist. In this life, I would protect this precious family bond. In the days after my rebirth, I worked hard to change myself. I studied and learned new skills to improve. One day, I attended a business event, and unexpectedly ran into Tyler, the guy who had caused me so much pain in my past life. When he saw me, he looked surprised, then put on his fake smile and walked over. "Lily, long time no see." I stared coldly at him. "Tyler, we have nothing to say to each other. Stay away from me." In my past life, it was his sweet talk that tricked me into hurting my family. But Tyler didn't give up. "Lily, I know I was wrong. Please forgive me. I really regret it. Look, I've changed a lot for you." I laughed coldly. "Changed? Do you really think I'd believe you? Tyler, you'd better stay away, or I won't be polite." With that, I turned to leave. Tyler tried to follow, but Chris suddenly appeared, and blocked his path. "Tyler, are you deaf? My sister told you to leave her alone. If you take one more step toward Lily, I'll knock your teeth out." Tyler looked at Chris, a flicker of fear in his eyes, but he tried to act calm. "Chris, this is between Lily and me. Stay out of it." Chris glared angrily. "My sister's business is my business. If you know what's good for you, get lost." Seeing he was outmatched, Tyler slunk away. I looked gratefully at Chris. "Thank you, Chris." He grinned and ruffled my hair. "No need to thank me. If anyone messes with you, I'll be the first to deal with them." After more studying and preparation, I decided to go into business. Using my past life's experience and my current hard work, I had a sharp sense of market trends. I found a new industry with huge potential, and made a detailed business plan. I showed the plan to Alex. After reading it, his eyes lit up with surprise and admiration. "Lily, I had no idea you had such a good understanding of business. This plan is very promising. Alex, if you think it's feasible, could you help me?" I looked at him hopefully. "Of course, Lily," he said without hesitation. "What's the point of me making money if not to help you? I'll support you fully, whether it's money or connections, just name it." With Alex's help, my company was successfully launched. I handled everything myself, finding a location, hiring staff, developing products. Our first product was a hit as soon as it launched, and sales soared. Seeing the company get on track filled me with pride, and I felt even more grateful for Alex's support. Once, I got sick from working too hard. Chris insisted on taking me to the hospital, and Ben rushed over as soon as he heard. At the hospital, Ben took charge of my treatment. He frowned at the doctors examining me. "I don't trust these quacks to treat you," he said, and personally gave me a thorough checkup. Afterward, he breathed a sigh of relief. "Lily, it's nothing serious, you're just exhausted, and need rest. You've been feeling irritable lately. Emotional distress. Don't worry, psychology is one of my specialties too." Ben patiently counseled me and shared some ways to relax. Just then, the hospital room door suddenly opened. It was Tyler. He saw me lying in bed and pretended to be concerned. Lily, I heard you were sick, and came right away. Ben's face darkened. Who are you? Who let you in? Lily doesn't need your fake concern. Get out. Tyler tried to explain. Lily and I are. Ben cut him off. You and Lily are nothing. She needs rest. If you don't leave now, I'll call security. With no other choice, Tyler left. Ben looked at me. Lily, ignore that guy. As long as I'm here, he won't hurt you again. I was deeply moved. Ben, thank you. With all of you by my side, I'm not afraid of anything. I've always loved design. After finding some success in business, I decided to hold my own design exhibition. I worked hard on it, pouring my creativity and heart into every piece. On the day of the exhibition, many influential people came. My works, which blended modern and traditional styles, impressed everyone. Chris was busy, helping me greet guests and proudly praising my work. Isn't my sister amazing? She designed all these herself, each one is unique. While everyone was admiring the designs, Tyler showed up again. He looked at my work and said snidely, Lily, these designs are just average. Nothing special, really. Chris flared up. Tyler, what do you know? If you don't understand art, don't talk nonsense. Everyone can see how good my sister's work is. If you're just here to cause trouble, get lost. Others joined in criticizing Tyler, and he had no choice but to leave. The exhibition was a great success, and my talent was recognized, bringing me more opportunities. Chris watched me happily and beamed. Lily, you were amazing. I'm so proud of you. Tyler had a childhood friend named Megan, who was just as awful as him. In my past life, she often schemed against me behind my back and plotted with Tyler. In this life, I wasn't going to let her off easily. We both attended a fashion event once. When Megan saw me, she came over to provoke me. Lily, I heard you've been doing well in business. But let's be real, you're just relying on your family. I smirked coldly. Megan, if you're so capable, why haven't you achieved anything? Is being jealous of me all you can do? My words made her turn pale with anger. Don't get too cocky. How long do you think you can keep this up? Just then, Alex, Ben, and Chris walked over. Alex stared coldly at Megan. Megan, I'm warning you, stay away from Lily, or you'll regret it. Ben added, if you dare harm Lily again, I have ways to make you sorry. Chris was even more direct. Unless you want me to knock your teeth out, you'd better scram. Faced with my whole family, Megan turned pale with fear. Without another word, she hurried away. Seeing her, I felt incredibly satisfied. With my family by my side, I had all the confidence I needed. I wouldn't let anyone who had hurt me get away with it. As time went on, my relationship with Tyler changed in subtle ways. In this life, I didn't have the same obsession with him, instead, I felt disgust. But Tyler seemed to grow more interested in me, and always found excuses to approach me. Once, I worked late at the office. When I left, I found Tyler waiting for me at the entrance. Lily, it's late. Let me drive you home, he said, with what looked like sincerity in his eyes. I replied coldly, no, Tyler. We're done. Stop bothering me. But he persisted. Lily, I know I was wrong in our past life. In this one, I really want to make it up to you. Please give me a chance. For a moment, I felt unsure, but remembering the pain from before, I stood firm. No, Tyler. It's impossible. Just go. Then I turned and walked away. However, after observing him for a while, I noticed that Tyler seemed to have genuinely changed. He was no longer the hypocritical and selfish man from my past life. Instead, he had become mature and reliable, and his feelings for me were sincere. Gradually, the dislike in my heart began to fade, replaced by a more complicated emotion. When Chris asked me again, Lily, what? Is Tyler forcing you to marry him again? I'll punch him so hard he won't recognize his own father. I replied, no, this time, I'm the one who insists on marrying him. Chris stared at me, his eyes wide with shock. Lily, are you kidding me? Why would you want to marry him? I looked at him seriously. Chris, he's really changed. This time, I believe him. Though still a bit uneasy, Chris saw the determination in my eyes and sighed. All right, Lily. As long as you're happy. But if he ever dares to hurt you again, I'll be the first to make him pay. After Tyler and I got together, he treated me with immense care. He would bring me homemade lunches when I was tired from work and take me to fun places when I felt down. We watched sunrises and sunsets together, strolled through city streets, and every moment was filled with sweetness. Seeing Tyler's genuine love for me, my family gradually accepted him. Alex, though still a little worried, stopped objecting once he saw how happy I was. Ben often talked with Tyler, sharing tips on how to take care of me. Chris slowly warmed up to him too, and they even became friends. On a romantic evening, Tyler took me to the place where we had first met. He got down on one knee, holding out a ring. Lily, I love you. Will you marry me? Tears of happiness welled in my eyes as I looked at him. Yes, I will. He slipped the ring on my finger and held me tightly. We planned a grand wedding, and my family was busy, helping with the preparations. On the wedding day, I walked slowly toward Tyler in my pure white wedding dress. Amid the blessings of our family and friends, we pledged our lives to each other. Seeing the happy faces of my family and my husband, my heart swelled with joy. In this life, I had finally found my own happiness. Our married life was sweet and warm. Every morning, I woke up in Tyler's arms. He would look at me tenderly and give me a gentle kiss on the forehead. Good morning, my love. We ate breakfast together and shared funny stories about work and life. When I faced difficulties, Tyler offered valuable advice and support. When he was tired, I would give him a relaxing massage. On weekends, we visited my brothers. The whole family would get together for meals and conversations filled with laughter. Alex shared business insights, Ben checked on our health, and Chris would drag Tyler off to play video games. Once, Tyler and I decided to take a trip to a beautiful seaside town. We walked on the beach, collecting shells and watching the waves crash against the shore. At night, we lay on the sand, gazing at the starry sky, feeling each other's heartbeat. Lily, thank you for giving me such a happy life, Tyler said, holding my hand tightly. I should thank you too, Tyler. Having you by my side makes me feel incredibly happy, I replied with a smile. Our life together was full of love and warmth, and I cherished every moment. As time went on, our careers flourished. I continued to expand my business, launching a series of popular products and projects. Tyler also achieved great success in his field, becoming a top figure in his industry. We also got involved in charity work, helping those in need. We built schools and hospitals in poor areas and provided education and care for left behind children. Seeing the happy smiles on those children's faces made all our efforts feel worthwhile. My brothers also thrived in their respective fields. Alex's business empire grew larger. Ben made new breakthroughs in medicine, and Chris found great success in the career he loved. On a sunny day, our whole family gathered to discuss future plans. Lily, seeing you so happy makes me very glad, Alex said with a smile. I hope you two will walk hand in hand and create many more beautiful memories. That's right, Lily. If you ever have any troubles, you can always talk to me, Ben said gently. I'll always support you. Chris said in his usual boisterous way. Lily, Tyler, if you two ever dare to argue, I won't let you off the hook. Ha ha, just kidding. I wish you a lifetime of happiness. Looking at my family and my husband, my heart was full of gratitude and joy. In this life, I had been reborn, not only finding sweet love but also protecting the precious bond of family. Our family would move forward together, and the future looked bright. We were sure to create an even better life. As Tyler and I steadily progressed in our careers, our family business also faced new opportunities and challenges. While expanding overseas, Alex encountered a formidable competitor. This rival used underhanded tactics, attempting to suppress our family's market share through hostile takeovers and smear campaigns. When we learned of this, Tyler and I immediately jumped in to help. Using my sharp market insight, I analyzed the competitor's strategy and proposed a targeted counterplan. Tyler leveraged his connections in the business world to rally influential companies and create a balance of power against the rival. Ben wasn't idle either. Using his medical resources, he discovered serious health risks in the raw materials used in some of the competitors' products. We quickly exposed this information, throwing the rival into a whirlwind of bad publicity. Chris was even more direct. He and his friends caused trouble for the competitor at key events, disrupting their plans. Through our collective efforts, Alex successfully navigated the crisis. Not only did he secure our family's overseas market position, but he also expanded our business reach further. This event strengthened our family's unity, deepening our trust and... However, just as we were celebrating Alex's victory, a mysterious organization quietly emerged. This group seemed to have an intimate understanding of our family's business, and began sabotaging us from the shadows. First, some of my important clients abruptly canceled contracts. Then, Tyler's company suffered a cyber attack, risking a data breach. To uncover the truth about this mysterious organization, I used my business connections to gather information. Tyler enlisted his hacker friends to track the group's digital footprint. Alex, drawing on his years of experience, analyzed potential enemies we might have made. Ben and Chris also contributed their unique skills to the investigation. After much effort, we finally discovered that this mysterious organization was intricately linked to the forces that had framed our family in the past life. Unwilling to accept defeat, they were attempting a comeback, trying to strike our family once more. Learning this didn't frighten us. Instead, it strengthened our resolve to eliminate them completely. Facing the threat, we began carefully planning our counter-move. Alex used our family's business influence to leak false intelligence, baiting the mysterious organization. I set traps within my company, waiting for their agents to try and steal trade secrets. Tyler continued strengthening his company's cyber defenses while having his hacker friends lay ambushes to counterattack and trace any assaults. Ben, using his medical knowledge, developed a special tracking agent. We managed to expose members of the mysterious organization to this substance, allowing us to monitor their movements. Chris, with a team of agile friends, secretly surveilled the organization's every move, ready to strike decisively at the critical moment. Once everything was in place, we waited quietly for the organization to make its move. Finally, they took the bait. As planned, they sent someone to steal confidential files from my company, and we caught them red-handed. Interrogating this operative yielded more information about the organization, laying the groundwork for its destruction. With sufficient intelligence gathered, we decided to confront the mysterious organization head-on. On a carefully chosen night, our family, leading our respective forces, raided their headquarters. The members, caught off guard by our proactive attack, were thrown into chaos. Tyler and I, working in perfect sync, located the organization's leader amidst the confusion. The leader's eyes flashed with shock and fear upon seeing us. "How did you find this place?" I smirked coldly. "Did you really think your schemes would work? We won't let you hurt my family again." With that, we launched into a fierce fight with the leader. At the critical moment, Alex, Ben, and Chris arrived as backup. After a tough struggle, we finally managed to take down the entire mysterious organization. Looking at the subdued members of the organization, I felt a wave of emotions. In this life, we were no longer lambs to the slaughter. We had the power to protect ourselves and our family. This victory was not only a heavy blow to our enemies, but also a sign of our family's growing strength. After the conflict with the mysterious organization, life gradually returned to peace. Soon after, I discovered I was pregnant. The news filled the whole family with joy. Alex started buying all sorts of expensive baby supplies. Ben began researching prenatal care, and Chris excitedly declared he would be the baby's ultimate protector. Tyler was more attentive than ever. He cleared his schedule of all unnecessary work to stay by my side. Every day, he personally prepared nutritious meals for me, took me on walks, and told me funny stories. As my belly grew bigger each day, I felt the baby's flutters, a magical feeling that filled me with anticipation for the future. Finally, on a bright, sunny day, I gave birth to a beautiful, healthy daughter. The whole family gathered around the baby, their faces radiant with happy smiles. We named her Joy, hoping she would grow up happily, as clear and pure as a mountain stream. Joy grew day by day, inheriting the best features from both Tyler and me. She was adorable, smart, and her every little movement brought us endless joy. Once, she saw Chris practicing boxing, and found it fascinating. She started imitating him, her tiny body throwing clumsy little punches. The sight was so funny it made the whole family burst out laughing. Ben often told Joy interesting little stories about medicine, hoping to spark her interest in the field. She would listen with great fascination, asking him all sorts of questions in her adorable, tiny voice. Alex would sometimes take joy to the company, letting her see the exciting world of business. In his office, surrounded by busy employees and the huge floor-to-ceiling windows, her eyes would shine with curiosity. Tyler adored Joy. Whenever he was home, he would play with her, never leaving her side. He bought her all kinds of toys and even joined her games of house. Watching the warm interactions between father and daughter filled my heart with happiness. As Joy grew older, we began to focus more on her development. We hoped she would inherit the family's fine qualities and grow into a capable, responsible person. I taught her about business and helped develop her market sense. Tyler taught her how to communicate effectively and build her social skills. Whenever Joy showed interest in medicine, Ben would explain medical concepts in more depth and even took her to visit hospital labs. Chris taught her some basic self-defense moves so she could learn to protect herself. Joy was very bright and learned everything we taught her quickly, which made us incredibly proud. Under our guidance, Joy gradually revealed her remarkable talents. She excelled in school, actively participated in various clubs, and was well liked by her teachers and classmates. We knew Joy was the new hope for our family and would create her own brilliant future. While nurturing Joy, we didn't forget about the family's legacy and expansion. Alex continued to lead the family group to new heights in the business world, constantly launching innovative products and services. Tyler and I also continued to grow our respective companies, which became leading enterprises in our industries. Ben made new breakthroughs in his medical research, and his scientific achievements brought hope to countless patients. Chris became increasingly influential and successful in the entertainment and sports industries. Each of us shone in our own field, spreading the family's reputation far and wide. We also placed great importance on passing down the family's culture and values. We often told Joy stories about our family's history and traditions. We wanted her to understand the family's responsibilities and mission, hoping she would carry forward the family spirit in the future. At the same time, we encouraged Joy to pursue her own dreams, promising our full support, no matter what path she chose. However, this peaceful life didn't last long. A new business force emerged, eyeing our family's market share ambitiously. Backed by powerful capital, they tried to squeeze us out through cutthroat pricing, poaching our talent, and other underhanded tactics. Faced with this new crisis, our family united once again. Alex formulated a comprehensive business strategy to counter the competition. I used my business connections to ally with like-minded companies and jointly resist this new rival. Tyler worked on the financial front, analyzing and countering their funding chains. Ben and Chris weren't idle either. Ben used his medical resources to uncover quality issues in some of the rival's products, and exposed this information. Chris leveraged his influence in entertainment and sports to shape public opinion against the new competitor. We knew this crisis was another test for our family, but we were confident that with our unity and wisdom, we could overcome it. After a period of intense competition, we finally succeeded in repelling this new force. Their schemes failed, and their business reputation was ruined. Our family not only protected our existing business territory, but also seized the opportunity to expand our market share further. This victory strengthened our belief that as long as our family stands united, nothing can stop our progress. Throughout this process, Joy was also growing, and learning a lot from watching us navigate the crisis. On a warm evening, our whole family sat together, reminiscing about all the experiences we'd shared over the years. We had lived through rebirth, sweet love, family crises, and challenges, but each time we had overcome them hand in hand. Looking at my family's smiling faces, my heart was filled with boundless gratitude and profound happiness. In the future, there might be more difficulties and challenges waiting for us, but I believe our family will always be there for each other, offering mutual support. Our love will remain eternal, our family bonds will grow even deeper, our family will continue to prosper, and happiness will stay with us forever.